It's Super Videos back at you for another comic book video. In this video we're going to be talking about Rick and whether or not he's going to be dying soon in the comics. So if you're caught up with the Walking Dead's comic book series, you do know that there's been a lot of emphasis on Rick, but he's been in the back burner for quite some time. But at the same time, based on the conversations he's had with Andrea, Carl, and everybody else throughout the Whisperer War, we do note that he is starting to lose his power a little bit, and he's starting to lose his strength as well. And at the same time, he's also even explicitly saying that he's too weak to be a leader now, that he's too old, that he's that and that. So there's been a lot of hints and foreshadowing of his death throughout the arc in the Whisperer War. Now, of course, after seeing the two variant covers of issue 163, which is the first issue after the Whisperer War, we are getting hints of his demise. Of course, from the original cover itself, you have Rick's prosthetic hand in the air in sign of victory, but at the same time, it's in between the Walker hand. So we are slowly getting hints that Rick may die soon. And then also, if you take a look at the variant covers, we have Rick dressed as Negan with Lucille in his hand. So that in itself is not only hinting at something happening to Rick and or Negan, but also it's foreshadowing the end of an era. So it's pointing out to the possibility that we may be seeing the end of Rick, because we've never seen Rick in this manner. We've never seen him this strong, but in this cover we're seeing a very strong Rick who is holding Lucille. He looks not as weak as he does in the actual story. He's very strong. So it seems like they are telling us in some ways that Rick is going to be stronger than ever, but at the same time, with the way things are going, it doesn't look like he's going to be stronger than ever. So it could just be the other way around, that they're foreshadowing it from another perspective. So they're showing him very strong, but at the same time, they mean it the other way around. Because in the story, I'm not sure if that's coming out correct or not, but in the story, we have Rick is very weak. He's losing control. He even failed to mention that the Whisperers had that many walkers at their disposal, and he's starting to lose his leadership to a degree. In my opinion, he is at the weakest point in his leadership at the moment. So to see Rick in the variant cover be as strong as he is shown, it seems to contradict what's actually happening in the story. So it's leading me to think that we're gonna see the end of Rick Grimes in the next couple of issues, specifically in the next issue, I think. Obviously, we could take the variant cover at face value and make it seem like Rick is gonna come back, he's gonna be stronger than ever, and he's gonna triumph in this war or in this battle. But at the same time, it could be the other way around as well. Now, there are two other possibilities. One is that this variant cover is just a cool cover that they came up with, and it doesn't reflect anything about the story or doesn't foreshadow anything. So that's one possibility. The other possibility is that it's not Rick we should be focused on, but it should be Negan we should be focused on. Of course, we are seeing Rick dressed as Negan. So that could indicate that Negan, as the villain character that we've known, is going to be gone forever. Of course, with Lucille being gone, that's partially done anyway. So the other way we could look at it is to take the variant cover and look at the variant cover with the original cover at the same time. So if you put these two together, it does hint at Negan dying, because of course with the variant covers, I did mention that it's Rick dressed up as Negan, so it could indicate the end of Negan. But then, of course, if you take a look at the cover for issue 127, which is A New Beginning, the issue right after All Out War, where Negan basically was put in this jail cell. So if you take a look at that cover, we have the same sorts of Walker hands in the air, trying to reach for Magna. Now, in this issue, issue 163, we have the same sorts of Walker hands in the air, or they're shown to be the same, or they're represented the same way. So it could indicate an end of an era as well, from another point of view, from Negan's point of view. Because, of course, from that moment in 127, Negan was put in a jail cell. So that's the start. Then here we have the same sort of cover, but it's the end of the Whisperer War. So it could just be that they did this as an Easter egg, but at the same time, it could indicate the end of an era. So Negan put into a jail cell, and then here he got out. He helped Rick in the war and everything, but it's gonna be the end of Negan. It's the end of an era. There's also the Saviors. They are still a threat. Now Sherry is in power, so that could have a part in Negan's future as well. But I want to know your opinions about this. Do you think that we're gonna see Rick Grimes or Negan die in the next issue or in the next couple issues or not? Now, I was probably all over the place in this video, but there's just something in the story right now, and also with the way they're foreshadowing everything, that leads me to think that something big is happening in the next issue. The death of someone big, to be more specific. But I just want to know your opinions about this. Let me know whether anything I said makes sense to you, or if you think it's just me seeing things. Share your comments in the comment section below. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll be back for another video.